Charlie Cushane here to do another truck camper mod. This time I'm working on my Chalet double slide truck camper and I'm having a little bit of an issue with the door and specifically the lock. So let me show you how I've already changed it out once, but now it needs to be modified again. So let's go take a look. We took out the standard lock that you had to carry a key and work and put in this keyless lock, this RV keyless lock, and we love it. It's worked great. However, now it's starting to become intermittent. Now this lock is actually quite good, this RV lock. Has very robust handles. And you can still use your manual deadbolt. If you take this off, and I've already taken the screws out, you can see 4 AA batteries go in here. And what's happened is the last time I took it off, the spring, one battery set would go this way, the spring broke off. So now I can't use this at all, but my goal today is to use the 12 volt power in my RV, step down to 6 volts because there's 4 batteries, which is 6 volts, and run a wire to and only use the RV power instead of throwing out all those batteries all the time. 4 batteries every 6 months or so. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing we have to do is take all this apart. I don't remember if this came out first or this, but either way there's a bunch of screws. 4. And that comes off. There we go. There we go. It's out. Okay, what you see, what I did here is I took my spool of 18-2 wire, send it through the back right beside this other cable, and connected it. I pulled out the 2 battery contacts you see at the bottom here and took the wires, the black and red wires, and connected them to this cable. Okay, here I am in the wood shop, and what's the one thing you definitely do before you put all this back in to the camper is test it. So, I'm taking some alligator clips that I put on this thing and hooking it up to this battery to simulate the camper. Alright, the power goes through this 12 volt to 6 volt little inverter. Then goes through the long white wire all the way in to where the batteries used to be here, and that goes to the lock. Here it is. Let's see if it'll work. You see the deadbolt come out there. All right, it's working beautiful. Unlock. Success! We're now ready to install this confidently in the trailer door. So right there, I guess. Far enough. I'm just going to try feeding the wire. Maybe it'll follow the hole. I think I'm at the... Oh, it worked. Here it is. Sweet. Okay, let's try putting this lock together. Now, as you see, this has a ribbon cable that I have to get attached. But first, let's get this in. And get the ribbon cable in there. This is nothing different than you would have normally done. Then, put the ribbon cable together. There we go. Then, put those screws in. Don't want to tighten it yet. Just a little snug. And put the striker plate on. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. The wire comes out of the door. As you can see, the way I have it, it folds up perfectly. And out of the way. It continues down. And goes underneath. Comes around here. You can barely see it right there. Down and through into my basement. And that's where we're headed next. This is the wire coming from the steps. So I got to get this to here to tap off this power. Here's the power. And that's what I need to tap into. Red is positive. So I put this under here, under this wire nut. And this is the positive one. And the positive one is yellow. So now let's go out and see if the lock works. Another thing to note, on the back of this lock, there is a switch right here, which you could turn the key fob on and off. We've always had it off, but let's try turn it on and see. Lock. Perfect. Works flawless. Okay. The lock worked perfect. So now, put the wire back in. I was going to stuff this inside of this, but you wouldn't see it and know where it was, so I'm leaving it out. Now I'm going to wire tie them all together and stick that up to the ceiling. There we go. Everything's nice out of the way. I won't hit it. This works. And the wiring is all done. Let's go see it work. Okay, Jenny, it's time for you to try it out and tell me what you think. Go ahead.
All right.
Oh, you know what that beep means? It worked. Okay, unlock it.
All right.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Flawless.
Good job, Charlie.